Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my video, you are highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming here. Okay guys, my name is Nanyas Glam, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I transformed this my gorgeous client for her birthday shoots. So first and first, I started by carving her brows. I'm going to be using my spoolie and half tiger blade to carve her brows. Of course, that's the way I do it. So I'm going to be taking out the excess hair that falls within the lines I'm going to be drawing my brows from. I do not remove all the hairs, I just take the unwanted hairs out. I love it when the hairs are actually full. So after that, I'm going to be cleaning the face with micellar water and angel wipes. And remember that I have to clean the face thoroughly, like remove all the dirts, both the ones we see and the ones we don't. After doing that, you allow it to dry up. And when it's already dried, I'm going to be using my Blossom moisturizer to moisturize the face and get her skin hydrated. Hydration is what you need in makeup, whether the person has an oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. You want to moisturize the skin because the face needs hydration to last during the course of the day after putting all the products. The foundations, the powder is the moisturizer that will keep the skin going glowing all through the day. Moving on, I'm going to be using my Melon Screen Prep as my sweat control. I'm going to be putting that on the T-zones, and after that I'm going to be going in with my oil control in Adventure. So I'll start by applying it on the places that produces oil, like the nose, the jaws, the foreheads. So after applying that, I will now go in with my ponds. I'll also apply the ponds under the nose, the foreheads, like to control the sweats. After doing that, I will now spray my setting spray to lock in everything that I did. So having done that, I will now move over to applying my foundation. Though after the setting spray, you allow it to dry up before applying your foundation. Don't just go ahead and apply your foundation without allowing the setting spray that you sprayed on the person's face to dry. And the setting spray that I used is Kiss Beauty setting spray. I used it to lock everything. So having done that, I move over to blending my foundation. So the foundation that I used is Ava foundation in the shade 20 and Ava foundation in the shade 25. I mixed the two shade to get an actual shade. So after blending, like I always say in my videos, don't use blending as a joke. Like always try to blend your work. It will give you a flawless look after the makeup. Be it when you're applying your skin prep, when you're applying your foundation, anything at all. Just try and learn how to blend your work. So after doing that, after blending my foundation, I went ahead and started applying my concealer. I used Adventure Concealer in 002 and 003. I used 002 in the inner corner of the eye, under eye, and I used 003 in the outer corner of the under eye. So having done that, I will start blending. You apply the highlights on the jaw, nose bridges, under eyes, and start blending it. So when we are blending the under eye, just allow the person to look up so that they will be able to get the under eye very well by blending it. So having done that, I will now move over to adding my blush. I used lipstick from Bisham Edgeless, their pink shade and their red shade. So that's what I used here. I will apply my blush on the cheekbone, on the two sizes, the right and the left cheekbones. So having done that, I'll blend. After blending my blush, I went ahead and started applying my contour. Though at times I do apply my contour before applying my blush, but in today's video I applied my blush before applying my contour. But the main thing is that just always try and blend in your work, whether you first of all apply your blush or you apply your contour first, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you apply it on the right places and blend in your work very well. So after doing that, I now move over to contour the nodes. After contouring the nodes, I now start to blend in the inner part of the concealer that I did under the under eye, because I left some there to give it more coverage. So after doing that, I will now move ahead to set the under eye, and I used Spice in Bisham Edgeless to set my under eye. And like I always say in my videos, always tell the person to look up so that you'll be able to see the under eye very well before applying the setting powder. So having done that on the necessary places I'm supposed to set, which is the under eye area, the nose bridges, the forehead and the jaw, the places I highlighted before with my concealer. So after doing that, I will now start applying powder all over the faces, the places I'm supposed to apply it, using her skin shade of the powder to apply it so that it match her skin very well. So and the powder that I'm using is Bisham Edgeless powder palette. That's what I used here, and the powder is so good. It's so good. I love it. I would just say that it's one of my best powder palette I've ever used. After I finished using Lojo powder palette, I started using Bisham Edgeless powder palette because I love it. It always gives me joy. So I will now apply it all over the places I'm supposed to apply it. That's the places I did not highlight it. After doing that, I will now move over to the next thing, which is baking the face. I use A-spoon baking powder to bake the face. So after baking the face, sorry guys, I do not record where I did my brows and my eyeshadow due to my client was in a haste to meet up with a photographer, so I need to rush my brows and my eyeshadow. I couldn't record it for you guys, sorry about that. So having done that, having doing my eyebrow and my eyeshadow, putting on my lash, everything, I now start to dust out the powders, the baking powders that I used and other places. Having done that, I locked in everything with Nia Fix Spray. So after doing that, I allow it to dry up by using my small hand fan to dry it up. And I now move over to the next stage, which is lining the lips. And the lips I'm using is from Bisham. Their brand color, I can't really remember the exact name that was written in it. So I will now line my lips. After lining my lips, I used Gorgeous in the same Bisham Edgeless to blend in my lips to make it to be pronounced. I always like to use Gorgeous. Guys, I always like to use Gorgeous in Bisham Edgeless to blend my lips. So after doing that, I went and applied pink. I'm using the same Bisham Edgeless in the pink shade. So having done that, I start to blend the lips. Tell the person to smile. When the person smiles, you now blend the lips. So having done that, I always like to close my lips. Like I love to close my lips very, very well. I don't know why, but I cannot do without closing my lips after doing my makeup. I always like to. So I don't know, there's this look that always gives me. So after doing that, I will now gloss my lips with the same Bisham Edgeless. I don't know why I'm in love with this brand. Like their products are very good. So after glossing the lips, I went ahead to bronze, to add bronzer to the face. As you can see, everything is now coming together. So guys, this is it. After doing that, I used my finishing spray to lock in everything, and this finishing spray that I used there, it's Slate. So guys, as you can see, everything is in order. Like, it's giving what it's supposed to give. Please guys, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my videos. Love you guys. Bye.